Hipper here. Today is the first day of the new update, where we all know that Hipper has been buffed. And I'm running my usual build with Lucians here. So the only thing that's really happened here is that the reload has been shortened by about 10%, and the AP damage has been upped by 200 points, and the HE damage has been increased as well. I can't remember that, but who cares, because this is an AP ship anyway. So in this battle here, I just played this. It's actually my second battle in the buffed Hipper that just came out today, like an hour ago, an hour and a half ago. And it's definitely better. It is by far. The damage output is much better. Like, I've had 170,000 damage game, my first one, and this one was 150 something. And then I had a 160 something after this battle here. That's the 3 battles I've had so far. And that's pretty good for a Hipper. Like, it's rare you get more than 100,000 in it, so that's pretty good. And here I get cheated for a Citadel just as we start here. This is just typical. So this is the closed, what I call the closed entry to sea that I've spawned at here, which is actually a pretty bad spawn, because like, it forces you to flank the enemy. You can't just rush in and get into cover, because there really isn't any cover from this side here. And on the other hand, it's also a very important spawn, because if you win this cap here from this spawn, like, you'll have a very good chance at winning the whole game. So it's a very important spawn, but it's also very difficult, unfortunately, because the enemies here, they have all the advantage, and there's no less than 4 of them here. And that's a bit of a problem. So anyway, we're just gonna test out this nice new AP here, and didn't get much with that one, but got distracted by the torpedoes there. So we'll just give it one more shot, because this Amalfi here, he's still so nice, he's not turning. And we got no less than 5 citadels there, and that was a more than 30,000 salvo. So we have the sonar on, and we're just gonna take this Akatsuki here on. And like I said before, there's a lot of enemies here, so I'll have to kind of stay in cover here while I take them on one by one, pretty much. And just some preemptive torps this way, because I don't want to be surprised by a battleship coming around there, and that could happen. And of course it does happen, but I don't know that yet. So like you saw before, if you can score citadels with Hipper, like I did on that Amalfi there, you will absolutely wreck the enemy ships. And every shell with this build here does 6,300, I believe, damage, which is crazy. It's very, very high for AP. So if you could get a cruiser broadside on and give him a broadside in the Citadel, it's, well, pretty much an instant kill. If you can get all shots in the Citadel. I got 5 of them, and I took away 30 something damage there. So this King George here is trying to sneak around, so we'll just give him a few torps to make him rethink that plan. And this is exactly what I want, because now these ships here are behind the mountain and can't really hit me. So I will go in and start to cap now. And of course it would be nice with some backup from my team here, but there's not really much happening. So I'll have to do my best here on my own. You see, we are, what are we, 3 minutes into the game, 4 minutes into the game, and we're at 73,000 damage already. And of course it has a lot to do with Hipper being really, really good on this map here. Because it's just a perfect Hipper map with all the cover, and it's easy to sneak up on battleships and cruisers, and the broadsides are plenty, because it's really hard to cover your broadside from every angle on this map here. Of course that doesn't diminish Hipper. I mean, the buff has definitely helped a lot. The damage output is way, way, way better, and the ship is much more useful now. It's I'm not sure if it's better than Prinz Eugen. I mean, it still has the 6 kilometer torps, and that is a handicap. while Prinz Eugen has 8 kilometers. But the guns on Hipper now, I think, are much better than we got the. Well, we got a high caliber there and a devastating strike, which is nice. So pretty much taken this this cap here now, and that other cruiser hasn't really been of much help. So anyway, like I was saying before. So yeah, back to the question about Prinz Eugen. I mean, like I said, the torps are definitely still better on Eugen, but Hippers are faster, and with the main battery improvement here, like reloaded down into 10 seconds, it's pretty good again. I think it's probably very close to being like, commensurate with Prinz Eugen now, I think.
Direct front.
There's definitely a lot less reason to go out and use global XP on getting Prinz Eugen now, when Hipper is actually a much better, in a much better spot now. Before it was a no-brainer. I mean, if you liked German cruisers, you should get Prinz Eugen because it beat Hipper in every way possible. As it is now, then Hipper is actually a bit better on the main battery, and while you still get to keep your sonar, of course, which you have to give up on Prinz Eugen. So you saw that we got another nice citadel in that Amalfi there. I think he's provided us with 6 citadels so far, so we're very happy about that. Thank you very much. And I just need to avoid getting sunk by this Nicer now here. And luckily, my friendly cruiser is coming to the rescue now because he's been hiding behind the island the whole day. And it would be nice with a little bit of backup here, so I don't have to face these 3 ships here by myself. Now, if you watched my channel, especially last week where I did my Hipper week, then you know I've been kind of wanting a buff for Hipper for quite a while. I think this is quite a good compromise Wargaming has come up with here to like decrease the reload and increase the damage a bit, because damage was the area where Hipper was struggling. I would have liked to see an improvement on the torpedoes as well. At least 1 kilometer more range, that would be nice. Like the 6 kilometers, it really limits how you're able to use them, because really you can only use them like I did before in self-defense. While the 8 kilometer torps on Prinz Eugen, you can use them offensively. Of course, you have to be close, but they're much better at it. But as it turns out, that's not what we were getting. We're getting a main battery improvement, which is also very nice. I don't think the armor needs any tinkling with. Some people are asking for a thicker bow for Hipper, but if you watch this channel, you know my playstyle. I really don't care about bow armor because it's very rare I sit and bow tank enemies. It hardly ever happens actually. So anyway, we got this Akatsuki here coming around the corner. He wasn't aware I was here. Well, I hope he wasn't, because otherwise he's sure taking a chance there. But he's out of the world now, and we'll just sit here, perfectly choreographed to avoid his torpedoes. And finally managed to grab this cap as well here. So we're down to 3 versus 2, and it has been a very good battle for me, this one here. I'm at 146,000 damage and 3 kills, and I'm gonna just slowly head over towards B and see if I can't get a little bit more damage in. Now Hipper is probably the best AP cruiser out there. Even better than Prinz Eugen now with the increased reload. Martel is also good. But the damage isn't as crippling as Hipper's is, because every shell does more than 6,000 damage. It's just crazy. So there goes the Ochakov, and that is one ship that Hipper is really good at disposing of. And we have the Amalfi here as well, and again he's showing broadside, so we'll take advantage of that, and he has survived a bit too long actually, if you ask me. And that's the Kraken right there. pretty much all AP, and that's what Hipper does, and that's what Hipper does really, really well. Charles Martel has perhaps not better ballistics, but a little bit more different ballistics. And the AP on that cruiser is also nasty. And of course, Martel has the advantage that it has 6 of its 9 guns in the front, so you don't have to show so much broadside as you do in Hipper. And that's why an agile build, I think, is so useful on Hipper, just like on a Targo, because your firepower is 50-50, 50% in the front and 50% in the back. And the more you can like get your rudder into action and twist yourself around to get all your guns on target, and then bringing the back in to protect your citadel, the more damage you will do and the more torps you will avoid, and well, the more useful you'll be. Because I see Hippers being played all the time from the back, and where they're sniping with AP and taking out cruisers, and yeah, sure, they work well for that, but like they work much better up close. Within 6 to 8 kilometers, that's where Hipper and Prinz Eugen does their best work, and they do it amazing job, just like you saw before over at C cap. If you can get into an advantageous position and use your AP to its fullest, you will absolutely rock in this ship here. But it is a difficult ship. It's probably one of the more, probably the most difficult cruiser to do well in, because you cannot use HE to boost your damage. It just doesn't work. You can get a bit of damage, and here we just use our agile build to avoid that salvo. Not that it really matters, but it's a fun little thing here. Not that the HE is bad, but it's not like it's an HE spammer like Cleveland or anything like that, so like, you cannot build up a decent amount of damage just using HE in this ship. You have to use AP. And here is where this whole battle just disintegrates. Because I don't usually have lag in this game, and I don't usually complain about it when I do. But in this situation here, I would like to complain a little bit about it. Because if you notice right here, I stopped turning for some reason right now, just for like a split second. And I don't know, right here it is, and I don't know why it is, if it's my controller or the game was lagging or something, but it means that I miss my turn and I eat the torpedoes instead of like just sailing through them, which of course means I lose this battle here totally undeserved. Now, of course, that's not Hipper's fault. The ship is great. I'm really happy with the buff, and I think it worked out very, very well. And like I said, I've had great battles in this ship. Today, I've only played 3 battles, so I can definitely recommend, if you have Hipper, to take it out again and see if you like it more now after the buff. So that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you out there.